Good evening. It is Wednesday night. It's December. It's Christmas time. All the best things are happening right now. Christmas won't be for a couple weeks. 3 weeks, I guess. Yeah, from today. But it's Guess That Key. We got a brand new player, never been on before. Looking forward to talking to him, as well as some of the usual suspects. So we will get to that right after this. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You got to be subscribed in order to win in the drawing later on tonight. I'll show you what you can win in just a second. But we're going to get right into it. Bring in our guest. As always, it's my partner in crime, Mark, Legion Comic. What's going on?
Not much. Just living the dream.
Yeah. Yep. Still on cloud 9 from that Superman.
I'm on cloud something, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that was otherworldly.
Exactly.
I've been rattled
yes.
for 2 days straight.
Can't wait to talk about it on that week's end. So
it's going to be a good episode.
In more depth. As well as we have returning, it is IzzyverseNYC. What's going on, Izzy?
How you guys doing?
I'm doing okay. How you doing? It is you're in your new digs behind you. You got
I'm in my little background going on here complete with my little Adam Warlock that's actually going to be going out to CGC very soon.
Oh, very nice.
And some fun stuff, and doing some sketching before the show started. So we won't put this in Guess That Key because you won't be able to figure this one out.
And in case you didn't know, every time Mark posts that Legion Guess That Key is on, an angel gets their wings.
It is the season.
Right, exactly. And brand new to the show, coming on for the first time, we have fresh meat. I mean, we have our special guest. It is Jonathan Medici7, or John Comic, or John Avalon. Is it John Comic Avalon or John Avalon Comic?
Comic Avalon.
Comic Avalon. If you're,
it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. I gotta get it figured out.
J-Med. He has
or J-Med. Exactly. Yeah, if we're going to call you J-Med.
Police asks, he was never here.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just change all my names again and confuse everybody for the 8th time.
Yeah, I recently changed my handle. So
you got to do what works. So.
Exactly.
Before we get started, let me show you everyone what you can win this a little bit later during our show. So we have the Jim Lee Absolute Batman foil. We have the Wonder Woman Jim Lee Absolute Wonder Woman foil. We have the Absolute Superman Jim Lee foil. And then we have 3 more foils. These are all Daniel Sampier. These are the first all-in issues of Flash, Wonder Woman, and Superman in the all-in age. All by Daniel Sampier with Flash, Wonder Woman, and Superwoman, who gets her own special next week, I believe. Superwoman on the covers as well. So we give away all of those away a little bit later. So,
I see you got the C3 piece behind you now. It's the first time I noticed that. Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh wow.
You too could be a winner.
Yeah, exactly. Jonathan Stewart taking it to the cancer cells. So, but it was good for me. So, we are let's go out into the chat, see who we have here tonight. We have Las Cruces, hooray, woohoo, and hello from Mexico. I like that he checks in every couple hours just to make sure that he's okay.
Well, he has to, look at the explosion that's happening in the background. You know what I mean? So that's a new photo every day.
Yeah, exactly. Heroes for Hire Comic Club, appreciate you stopping by. Brother John is leaving work now, hoping to get home to get some of the show. Going to enter the hashtag butts for the giveaway just in case. That would have been appropriate for the last one where you had Nicola Scott in Nightwing.
Yeah,
that would have been perfect. Brother John, Heroes for Hire Comic, I really enjoyed the discussion with Mark. It was very good. Absolutely. Thank you. Brother Joseph Michaels, what happens when you take an Izzy, drop them in with a Mark and a John, and put them in a blender? You get a Paul and Guess That Key.
Mm-hmm.
You get an appalling Guess That Key? Okay. Pops, what's going on? I'm looking forward to. He's looking forward to see what Golden Age Goody Paul has today. You never know. You never know. Steven with a C. Evening comic fan. Thank you for joining us. How's it all going, y'all? Will Mark shed tears talking about the finale of Superman Lois? Not on Guess That Key, but there's no guarantee on Sunday night when we talk about it. So I might as well. So, Super Batman Kyle, thank you for joining us. There's not a chance in hell I'll make it through that conversation without breaking.
You're not, man. Just thinking about it, like you feel it, like behind your eyes. It's
Blue Hellion. Dan, thanks for joining us. Hello, folks. I predict that Izzy will be the big panel winner. Wow. But will Mark get his multi-question correct on someone? It could be another Christmas miracle.
2 for 2 right now. We'll see.
Proper.
This is a DC book with red on the cover in Silver Age.
Yeah.
It could be. Mark, I watched Superman and Lois. I've been crying all day. There you go. See that? You're in a safe space. So,
all day.
I don't blame you. Mark, I cannot do it either. What's that, Izzy?
No, I was just saying I was crying because of the New Day more than that.
Did you watch it?
The New Day? Oh, the Superman and New Day.
I don't know what's talking about with the New Day. I don't care about none of that.
They went heel, man. They went heel.
They turned on Big E.
They turned on B, and it was sad.
What are y'all talking about?
Wrestling, man.
The WWE Raw. Basically, the two of them said that even though he had a broken neck, he should have been wrestling.
That was actually pretty funny. It's like Stone Cold came back. Why didn't you?
Yeah. It's pretty funny until some kid tries it with a broken neck.
Stone Cold was numb on all the Budweiser.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He can't feel from the neck down. So let's talk about how we play this game of ours. Each of us have brought a key to the proceedings tonight. How do you know it's a key? Because it says so in Key Collector Comics. It's all it has to be. It has to be noted as a key. So if you're in Key Collector Comics, make sure you turn that little non-keys switch off if you're on the app. That way you'll make sure you don't get every single issue, but just the keys. People will ask yes or no questions, and a yes or no question is like, did Denny O'Neil write this book? Yeah, that's a yes or no question. But you can't ask who wrote the book, because that's not a yes or no question. You're asking for a different kind of answer. So once someone feels as though they know what key the person brought, they will say, I'm locked in. They'll stop asking questions. The other people will continue to ask questions. And then until they either lock themselves in or they have decided that the no mas, and they're done for that particular round. And we'll do that 4 different times. We will also pause and we'll talk about everyone's channel while we go on. And we'll give away something a little bit later on. So something that will help the panelists and everyone hopefully in the chat is
Oh yeah, I gotta figure that out.
I feel like I need a notebook.
These are the comic book ages.
Okay. I did not prepare well.
It's okay. We'll bring it up as often as you need it. Don't worry about it, John.
Okay, I got some Platinum Age books I got to take out. Platinum
Age, 1 million BC to 1937. The Golden Age starts with Action Comics number 1 in 1938 to 1955. Silver Age is Showcase number 4 with Barry Allen to 1969. The Bronze Age is Green Lantern, Green Arrow number 76 to 1985. The Copper Age is the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths to 1991. And the Modern Age is the creation of Image Comics to the present. Whatever you saw shiny and new on your shelves this afternoon.
So what do you call 1,000,001 BC?
We don't go back that far.
We don't go that
We don't
back?
recognize comics before that. So.
The Egyptians do.
Did they have comics?
Yeah, they were called the hieroglyphics.
I've seen them in pictures.
Yeah.
But were they really more than 1 million year BC? I'm gonna fight you on that, Izzy.
Okay.
Don't think they were really.
They were.
Get me started on alternate history, Paul. You know we'll be there all night.
They were pre Noah's Ark. Okay.
Okay. There you go.
Which is a tendency.
So, any questions before we get? I know what you mean by that. So, any questions before we get started from our panelists? Kurt Angle will be going with the broken neck. Just rub some dirt on it. There you go.
Yeah. And a whole bunch of pills.
Right. Next episode of Comic Fight, Paul versus Izzy. Stay tuned.
We'll talk about comic fights later.
We will. You know what? Chat, you ask as many questions as you want. This is a very interactive game, so we'll be going out into the chat. If you have any questions that you folks might have.
You just call us flakes?
I think I did, yeah. Izzy, we're going to have you actually go first.
I'm going to go first? Okay.
Yeah.
What key is it? Is it a Marvel or DC?
No. We're going to guess your book.
You're going to guess my book. Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah. Mark, you can ask the first question.
Izzy, my boy. Is this a Marvel key?
No.
Is it a DC key?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it a modern book?
Yes.
Izzy, is this book after 2010?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So we got 92 to 2000. Is this book before 2000?
No.
Okay. So it's 2000 to 2010.
2010. Izzy, does this book have the name of a character in the title?
Depends on the character, right? Yes.
No, it depends on the title of the book.
Yes.
It does.
Is this a Bat Family title?
Proper? Just Bat Family?
A Bat Family title.
Yes.
Here, let me make it easier by repeating it word for word. Is this a Bat Family title?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Is this a Batman proper title?
Define proper again?
Meaning just the word Batman.
In the title of the book.
Just the word Batman.
Just the word Batman.
Not like Batman Adventures or...
Nope. Batman.
Batman.
Okay.
Batman.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Razor, what's going on?
What's going on, Ray?
What's up, Ray?
You gotta get Razor on the show one day. That'd be wild.
That'd be interesting.
Okay, so we're looking for a modern Batman book.
We are 2000 to
from 2000 to
2010. 2000 to 2010.
Which is good because that means it's before the New 52, so it's still the original run.
Well, that's not a question.
No.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, logistics.
Yeah, it's not that kind of key party, Razor. I know exactly which kind of key party you're talking about.
Izzy is not Colombian.
Is there a first appearance in this book?
No.
No. Oh, fiddlestick. Is this a second appearance key?
No.
Oh.
It's 2000 to 2010?
2000 to 2010.
And there you got like the Hush stuff. You have
right,
Red
exactly.
stuff.
That's what I was going to ask. Is this one of the Hush titles? That would be very topical.
Yes.
Okay.
So I thought it was the first appearance of Hush with Poison Ivy on there. That's what I was thinking. Off rip.
Okay, that's a really good question, Blue Hellion. Did someone get married? No.
Not in Batman comics.
They try.
Is it the death of a character? Steve Bizzle wants to know.
Is there a death of a character? No, that's a really good question. And the answer is no.
Is the cover by...
I want to lock in.
Is the cover by Jim Lee?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm locked in.
Ooh. Okay. I'm down to 2. Down to 3, actually.
Yeah, the Titanic song stuck in my head now.
It's because you've been crying so much.
Being whistled by
Yeah, I think so.
Exactly.
So emotional.
I'm the king of the world.
You didn't know that, but backstage he was going, "Don't go, Jack. Don't go."
I'm still waiting for a sequel. I want Titanic 2. Jack's back.
Miracle.
Oh, we
Mom.
had that last year with the Titan submersible.
Yeah.
No, Fraser, it's not. Is it a good? Is the comic good? Yes.
It's good enough to have a sequel. Your question mark.
I locked in first.
Oh, okay. Does this? Okay, I'll lock in then too, just in case. That way, in case my question doesn't. So, Mark, you can ask.
John
you go
locked in?
first. Yep.
I don't know.
No, Mark-
did John-
He locked in after me. I
locked
went
in.
with, I went
Okay.
with 608. What'd you go with, John?
That's what I had.
I'm going with 612.
Mm. Well,
Hey,
There you go.
Hey.
Nice.
and check out that label. Woo.
It's an old CGC label.
I actually have to send this back. This is as thin as it gets, man.
Yeah.
I got this as a Wizard World.
Really?
So
those don't
yeah,
even exist anymore, do they?
yeah, they're known as Fan Expos now.
Man, Expo, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have the
Wow.
other one too. I have the second printing, which is the more popular. But I figured, you know what? Let's stick to a Hush book since we're getting close to Hush again. So
Yeah.
Very, very
kept it nice and
topical.
simple. Yeah, why
Since,
not?
Hush 2 will be coming out in, I think it's March, I think.
hmm
Batman number 158.
Can't wait
so-
to read it. I love this run.
You
Hush
were
is one
close,
of my
Taylor.
favorites.
You were close.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, Izzy, tell me about what's going on your channel.
What's not going on my channel? So, we'll be honest. So Mondays is back, live streaming on Mondays. So now it's the Spec and Trending show. But throughout the week, I do replays. So we got a 360 90 where I go look back books that were number 130, 60, 90 days ago. I have a creator spotlight, which this week is Jenny Frizen. Also top trending books. And I did this whole Excel chart to determine what's the true number one books in the trending list, because I base it off of all of them. And the one thing that I do want to promote, and this is what we talked about, Paul, a couple of weeks ago, is the return of comic book fights, and it's going to be a big one next week. Gem Mint versus DJ Lynx. We're gonna have a
Never heard of
blast with
them.
that one. Yeah, I've never heard of neither one of them, right?
right?
So we're gonna have that happening next week at the same time. We're gonna start at 9 o'clock instead of 9:30.
Smart
And then,
man.
yeah, exactly. We're gonna have fun with it. We're calling it a hip hop challenge. We got some of the questions are already in, and they're good questions. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be a fun show. So that's what's going on in the Izzyverse, and again, there's gonna be videos practically every day now.
Nice. Yeah, looking forward to that. It's been a little while. When was the last time you did a comic book fight?
Not since the summer, since I went on a hiatus. So,
Yeah.
so I've been meaning to. They were. I was gonna have them in September, but
Mhm.
since I went on hiatus, I told them, hey, when I come back, I'll hit you up, and then we'll schedule it. And then, as of right now, I'll probably do one a month
Yeah.
until we get back to the groove of things.
Like I said, you got the new digs behind you. No more blue screen. You got the their
This
green
is
screen.
this
you
is
got the,
real.
Exactly.
This is real. Look, I could touch it.
There you go.
Look at that. Superior stance.
There you go.
So
All right, yeah, great. We're looking forward to the comic book fights coming back next week. And a great way to start it off. So,
yeah.
all right, Mark, you're going to go next.
Okay.
Izzy, you can ask the first question.
Is it a DC book?
Yes.
Is it your mom?
When you say DC, you mean like not Marvel?
I mean Detective Comics.
Yeah, it's Detective Comics. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So it's DC. Okay, so is it a Bronze Age book?
It is not.
Is it a? Let's go to the computer. Is it a modern book?
It is not.
So that brings me to the next question. Is it a Silver Age book?
It is, I believe.
So I think the answer is probably yes to your question there.
Under $2.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
So 56 to 69 is what we're looking at, Silver Age. Is it a Superman book? A part of the Superman family?
No.
Okay.
No, I wore the shirt instead.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Is the
Bitch.
name of the main character in the title?
Yes.
Guess that leads you remember.
Is it a Batman book?
It is like Batman proper.
Yes, Batman proper.
It is not an issue of Batman or
Okay.
Batman.
Batman?
So if the character is okay, so that means it's not going to be detective or action. Well, it's not part of the Superman family, so it's not going to be detective either. So, is it? It actually excludes a lot. It's not going to be Brave and Bold. It's not going to be Showcase. It's not going to be all those different things that I was thinking of. Is it a Green Lantern book?
It is not.
Okay.
Mm.
Is the character's name in the first half of the alphabet?
Yes. Oh, that's a very Legion question.
Yeah, it is really.
That's a very.
If you ask if it came out in August next month, and I'm going to next month, I'm gonna be,
Yeah, I get nitty gritty with it sometimes. People overlook those questions, but those are really solid questions, and they help when you're using Key Collector to search stuff.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. So we narrowed it down to 4,000 comics. Okay.
World's Finest. Oh, I'm sorry. What is World's Finest?
What is World's Finest?
This is not Comic Book Jeopardy, but okay. Which alphabet are we using? Tyler wants to know.
Yeah, right. Okay. Is it
I
a
was using
Flash
three.
title?
It is. It is
Okay.
the Flash title.
Okay.
Is it a first appearance of a villain?
It is not.
Is it?
Because Golden Age Flash, like every issue, is a key
Yeah.
because
Well,
there
we're
was
in,
there was a
we're in
new
Silver
character.
Age, though.
We're in
Right.
Silver Age.
Not all of us are rocking like you, Paul.
But I mean, the Silver Age Flash was what I mean. It's like every single issue had a new character that came out. So
Well, didn't the Silver Age Flash start the Silver Age?
with yeah,
Is it a second appearance?
It is not a second appearance.
Is it a team up? A first team up?
As listed by Key Collector, no.
Yes. Okay.
is there a marriage in the issue?
I didn't see anyone get married.
So it's not that one.
Oh man. Is Flash fighting someone on the cover?
You could say yes. It'd be kind of subjective.
Say that again.
He asked if Flash was fighting someone on the cover.
Okay.
That would be kind of you could say yes, but that'd be it's not a cut and dry answer to that one.
Okay.
For being
Does
honest.
does it feature more than one Flash?
It does not,
Okay.
because I said no to the team up as listed by Key Collector.
No, but you said somewhat of a fight.
Oh, that's a good point, because he's in a fight, but he's not fighting; he's just frozen in that cover.
Is it the first appearance of a costume?
It is not the first appearance of a. I think I brought that one not too long ago.
Hmm. Is there a mirror image of the cover on the cover?
There's not.
Now we didn't say it was a. One thing. Is it an origin issue?
Say that word again.
Origin.
Can someone translate?
Origin.
Origin.
It is not an origin issue or an origin.
Origin. Is it orange? Aren't you glad? Guys,
It is
guys,
not.
stop making fun of me, man.
Does the comic cover appear on the comic twice? Meaning, is there a picture of the comic cover also on the cover?
There is not.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to ask with my last question.
What John asked.
Okay.
Are there 3 characters on the cover?
There are not 3 characters on the cover. T-dubs, it did not come out in 1967.
Oh yeah, now
Okay. Did it come out before 1960?
It did not come out before 1960.
Is this a third appearance?
It is not a third appearance.
Did this come out before 1965?
It did come out before 1965.
So it's 60 to 65? Or 61 to 65?
All right, I'm locked in.
You're locked in. I still got nothing
Ooh.
here.
It's not a costume. It's not a villain. It's not a first or second appearance. It's not a team up, as stated by Key Collector.
If it's not a first, second, or third appearance, it knocks out like 90% of the keys.
Yeah.
And it's not a it's not a costume.
I think the fight
Man, this is a
question
tough
is
one.
throwing me off.
Well, I said that's subjective. Like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
no one's getting like sitting there.
Punched.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you could say, "Oh man,
Okay. Is there a race in the cover?
There is not a race.
Okay.
Just Caucasian."
Paul's locked, right?
I'm locked, yeah, so you can ask now.
I'm baffled right now.
Is there a dialogue bubble on the cover?
There is a dialogue bubble on
Locked
the cover. So who said Izzy was going to sweep this thing earlier?
I must have lost something in the process. Because I'm looking and I can't seem to find
Well, I was
anything.
referring to a cover that was disqualified when I said that, because the one where he's frozen is listed as a first team up. At least one of them. I was saying like how he's frozen, so he's clearly been in a fight at some point, but he wasn't actively fighting. I'm just giving some clarity to that subjective answer. Don't like when you can't give a good yes or no answer.
Okay, so it's after 160, right?
I don't know.
No,
I mean
your
1960.
Yeah, 1960. Yeah.
It's 61 to
1960.
65.
Okay, 61 to 65. It's not a marriage, so we know that much.
It's not a marriage.
It's not a team up.
As listed by Key Collector.
Okay. Is it a second appearance?
We already asked that. It is not.
It's not a first, second, or third appearance.
It's not an appearance key. As listed by Key Collector.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Chris is pushing you.
My brain is not even working. So
Travis, what's going on?
So many first appearances, man.
Well, you can just wing it, Izzy. Pick one and wing it. Just pick one and wing it.
Yeah. Well, I've asked the questions that I wanted to ask.
Well, then at this point, just pick one and wing it.
Yeah. I'll stick to the one that's not any of that with my brain, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Is it? So do we want to answer it?
Yeah, it's Paul, John, and you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going with 134, the Captain Cold cover.
134. That is a Captain Cold cover.
But it's not that one.
I'm waiting on all of y'all to guess.
Right, John, your turn.
Well, wait a minute. I asked if there was 3 characters on the cover. Can't be that one.
I'm going to go with 179 because I can't figure it out.
I'm going to say 131. Flash 131.
John's going 131.
179.
It's got a first appearance, though. Oh, 131 doesn't have a first appearance. First crossover. I mean, like, it didn't have a team up, though, I thought, right?
That doesn't say team up, does it?
It says crossover.
Okay.
Look at the one right above that one, Paul.
First team for the Golden Flash. Yeah.
And then look at
You see
131.
that? I ruled it out because I called that a crossover. I called that a team up.
Every single time y'all said the word team up, I specified as stated by as stated.
That's why I ruled it out.
Key Collector makes the difference, and that's why I was sitting here trying to point it out to y'all as stated by Key Collector. Dr. Von Hoot caught on early on.
Yep.
That's why I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, what the
First
hell, man?
crossover of Hal Jordan in the Flash, which these are like the guys that ushered in the Silver Age of comics. And while we just ushered out an era of DC on screen and about to go into a brand new era tonight at midnight, what better book to bring than the guys that did it first?
There you go.
Ooh, we got Creature Commandos at midnight.
Playing 4D chess.
Exactly.
I was trying to be nice.
We're all playing checkers.
Yeah.
I'm playing Pong, man.
But the power's out.
Great book, though. Great book. First team up. So that's why I kind of wish that Jeremy. I mean, I wish Jeremy Allen was still on Flash for other reasons too. But he would do it, and he would bring back the Green Lantern Flash team up that they used to do all the time.
Dude, I'm just stoked, beyond stoked. We just passed FOC for Aquaman 1. Like, we're getting there, man. We're so close.
Yep. Super excited, bro. Nice.
Creature Commandos, man. That
we would all call that a team up, but the way we play the game is as
delineated by Key Collector,
so that we're all on the same page, and it takes away any kind of subjectivity. It's listed as a crossover, and this one is called a team up. So they make. I don't know how Key Collector
powers that be at Key Collector
decides which one is which, but that's why we stick with the wording.
Tomorrow, I'm sending Key Collector a note that says, "Could you please classify this as a team up?"
Well, yeah,
I need to screenshot it while I can.
So I wanted to use a different book, right? That I had a book.
Guy, Paul.
I had a book that I went, and I know it's a key, right? So I go to Key Collector to see, and Key Collector doesn't identify as a key, but yet another book in the same series has the exact same type of scenario, and that's a key to them. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, how can you not call that a key? The book the original book I had.
Key Collector link. Cool. Rules are rules.
There's about as rules as deviations with from the comic book.
If you don't have rules, then we might as well be in Egypt in 1 billion BC.
And 1,000,000,001. 1,000,000,001, guys.
Everybody on the panel, Victor, you can find on Instagram, and everyone in the chat for that matter as well.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. You're right.
Yep. So, all right, I'm going to go now. So, and John, will have you ask the first question. Oh, Mark, before I do that, tell us what's going on your channel. I always forget to do that. Because,
Sunday night, we're going to be doing a lot, talking Superman and Lois finale, this new Star Wars Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Lower Decks. I'll have a secret.
Star Trek Lower Decks.
That too. And that's why I'm not going to be the one talking about it. And I'll have somebody there to talk about it with Paul, because apparently it was a big deal episode and there's a lot to talk about. And I can't carry that conversation, so I'll have somebody there to be able to do that with Paul.
And to your point before, the introduction of the brand new DCU, Creature Commandos, will be talking about as well.
Yep.
There's just so much. Bring your tissues.
So obviously AR is joining us. Star Trek's back. Star Wars is back. AR is joining us to pick up my slack. I'm trying to win. If me and Paul expect to win another award, we have to have AR on for a certain specified number of shows. We're not sure how many it is, but we're not going to risk it.
But not too many, because I'm going to have to share the prize with him.
I'm still trying to win my first, okay?
Yeah. All right, John, you can ask the first question.
All righty. Is this a Christmas themed book?
It is not, but you know me very well. I almost brought it.
I'm looking at your shirt, and I was like, I might be able to snipe this.
I brought that last year. This book.
Let me clear all
No,
filters
it's
before I
Izzy.
make a sound.
What was the question? I missed it.
He asked if it was a Christmas book, and I said no. But I thought about it. I did think about bringing one.
Yeah, too
Too
early for
soon?
that.
Yeah.
Too soon? Hey,
Yep.
All right.
never too soon, Mark. What are you talking about?
For Paul.
For Paul.
Is it a Copper Age book?
Is it a Copper Age book?
Mm-mm.
Let me just gotta make sure I have the right.
You need to know the years.
I need to know the year as well.
You gotta be sure sometimes.
It is not.
Okay, so it sounds to me like it's a Bronze Age based on having to check.
So you asked Christmas, you asked Copper. Paul, is this a Silver Age DC key?
It is not.
That's sad.
I think Izzy's on this. Is it a Bronze Age book?
It is a Bronze Age book.
See?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Izzy got it. Izzy knew it.
It is not a
Yeah.
Batman proper book, though.
Well, we'll get the second half of that question. Is it a Marvel comic?
It is not a Marvel comic.
Is this a DC comic?
It is.
Like we've gotten very, very, very not.
So far, all DC books.
So far.
Well, you know where you're at, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That is true. Let me get a Marvel book here
When
somewhere.
someone brings a Marvel book, Brother John throws tomatoes at the screen.
Exactly.
I got one DC book showing. There's one DC book, and it's that one right there.
Is this a Superman book?
Superman, like Superman proper, or part of the Superman family?
So when you say Superman family, that means any of the, because you know Superman has multiple titles that come out every month.
Right.
So when you say Superman family, that includes Supergirl, Superman, Adventure, whatever titles Superman was published in during that era. If you say Superman, it's just the one that says Superman and nothing else.
All right. Is it a Superman book?
It is not a Superman book.
A Superman.
Yeah.
It is not a GL title.
It's not a GL title. It's not a Superman
Particularly
title.
only appearance. There you go.
Is it? Well, I guess I'll ask. Is it a Batman title?
You're talking. The title is.
Is it a Batman proper?
No.
Okay.
This is a Superman family book.
It is.
Oh man.
It is not a female character.
Paul, what are the years we're rocking with?
It's not a female character.
We are rocking
Bronze Age?
the Bronze Age.
70 to 85.
Correct.
Locked in.
Damn.
Oh,
85, you're locked in already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Paul likes to be topical sometimes too.
it's not a female character. That was the last question.
Yeah,
I get
is it a female character? The answer to that is no.
Okay.
It is not a Superboy title.
Okay. So it's my turn?
I've moved the screen slightly off my monitor so I don't have to see Izzy and all the Marvel. Chop and drop. What's going on?
Okay. Is it a Batman family book?
No, we
It's
determined it's a
action
Superman family. It's
Oh,
Superman.
Superman
Superman family, yeah.
You see, that's why I'm not listening.
Oh man, how did you walk so quick? I'm baffled, Mark.
You seen that movie with Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman?
Rain Man?
Yeah, that's how I can lock in.
I might have seen it once or twice.
I'm going to predict right now that before we're done, he will unlock.
He'll
Yeah,
unlock.
that's
Yeah.
like 99.7% of the time.
So is he
It's
going to
still
ask a
on
different
you,
question
isn't it?
because you asked Batman family?
Sure, why not? Why not? Why not? So we're talking Superman, right?
Talking Superman family, but not
Family.
Superman proper because that was the title that John asked.
Okay, so is it an Action Comics?
It is not.
Oh, there it is. I'm unlocked.
Is this pre-1980?
No,
So it's 80 to 85.
So
80
it's
80
post.
85.
it is not action. It is not Superman. Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, either.
Oh,
He locks in quick because Paul tells Mark the answers before to move things along.
No, I'm not that.
I know.
I'm not that lucky.
in the private chat. Let's see here. So we're talking about a Superman book.
What
But
year
it's
are
not
we in
the-
again?
We're
81 to 85.
Right.
Thank you.
81 to 85, and it's not a Superman book.
Oh,
It's not. Is
sorry.
it? Is it?
Let me. I'm gonna go back to John's question. You asked if it was before 1980, right?
Right.
So that would still be 80 to 85.
Okay, 80 to 85.
Just as an FYI.
Okay.
Which
Is
might
it a
give something
first
away.
appearance?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the first appearance of somebody.
No, but those are great. This is an actual Superman family book, but no, but those.
I was just looking at.
Yeah, that's
great.
why when I said Batman, I said the same thing. I was like, oh wow, this is an actual Batman.
Would Mark be able to cosplay one of the characters? Like, I think anyone could cosplay one of the characters on the cover.
Superman family. It's not an action comic. It's from 80 to 85.
Oh, is this Adventures of Superman?
It is not.
Is it Man of Steel?
It is not.
That started after.
Those didn't start
Yeah.
until later.
Yeah, I'm starting to think. I'm trying to think.
Is it 1980?
It is 1980. It is not Super Friends. Again, great book. Ramona Freydon, great art.
I'm starting to think that this app is better as an app than a computer app.
I can't figure this app out at all.
Yeah. Superman proper. It's not Man of Steel. It's not It's not Adventures of Superman. It's not Action Comics. It's not Superman. But it's a Superman book.
It is, yes, but it is not Superman family. So,
and it's not Superman family.
Right.
Is it Supergirl?
It is not. Was it in the TV
Not a
series or
female
movie?
character.
No.
Okay.
Is it Superboy?
No.
How far did Jimmy Olsen go?
I don't
Jimmy
think
Olsen
Jimmy
and
Olsen
Lois-
went that far.
Yeah, Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane, they stopped both of those and they went to the Superman family book instead. But I don't
Is it-
know.
Legion of Superheroes book.
It is not.
Okay, that takes that one out.
It is not Crypto.
Crypto had a book.
No. How did Crypto never have a book?
Not till much later. I know
That was
that.
my take on how did I never have a dog.
I'm going into.
Yes,
Is it-
DVH. The answer to that you is yes.
Oh. All
DC
right.
Comics Presents is not a Superman family book.
I would have to.
It's Superman. Would you consider Brave and the Bold a Batman book?
Absolutely not. Until
No.
a certain year, like a certain window for sure.
DC Comics Presents always had every single issue had Superman in it.
Every
Okay.
single-
Yep.
All right, my turn. Right. So it's a first appearance. Is it a first appearance of multiple characters?
Yes.
I'm locked.
John locked first though, so let's see what we get. Number 27 DVH goes for.
I'll go ahead and lock. I'll just pick one.
Okay. All right. John, you go first.
DC Comics Presents 26. Number 26.
Okay. Izzy?
26.
Mark?
Oh, I don't want to pick the
DCP.
same one. Let me find one with other multiple first appearances. I'll go with 47 just to be different.
It is number 26.
Boom. In at 9-8. Jesus
9-8. Look at that.
Holy moly.
Showing some power there, aren't
Christ.
you?
Banger.
What in the world is going on tonight?
First appearance of some of the Teen Titans.
Yeah, exactly. First appearance of the Teen Titans.
That's a banger.
Yeah, no joke.
Jim Starlin art too. That's
Jim
that's
Starlin,
pretty-
yep. The one before it, I think, or the one just after it, had the first appearance of Mongol, too.
Yeah, Mongol. That was the other book I was thinking.
There's a lot of first appearances in there. You have like
But I
Ambush
wouldn't call
Club is
it.
probably
I
the
wouldn't
biggest.
call DC Comics a Superman title.
I would.
Well,
No, it's
yeah,
DC Comics. It's like calling. It's like
Every
calling,
single issue
Mar-
had Superman in it. It was
okay,
a
but it's
Superman
like calling. It's
What?
like calling Marvel Comics presents a Wolverine book.
No, because there's a
Talking about
difference.
Marvel
If Wolverine
preview
was in
book?
every single issue of Marvel Comic Presents, then yes, it's a Wolverine book.
The technicality, I guess.
Superman is in every. It was a Superman
And
team up book.
Brave
That was
Bold-
how
and
they.
Brave Bold
This
always
is a
Brave and the Bold's an anthology book.
comic fight preview right here.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like Brave and Bold did not always have Batman.
That's true.
No.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But once it hit Neil Adams, it became
Right.
Batman in Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
And, so
And then
much
it- and
so
then
that
it reverted
to this day,
back to
Brave
G-
and the Bold is a
Yeah.
Batman thing now. Hell, the new movie's titled Brave and the Bold.
See, if I can get Tyler to agree with me, I know I'm doing something right.
Now,
I
actually,
think
when you
that-
get Tyler to
that's-
agree with you, that's when
the
you know
rule
you're
that
doing
no
something
one
wrong.
should live by. That's the rule no one should live by.
It's like Marvel 2-in-1 is a thing book, and Marvel Team Up it's a Spider-Man book.
No, but if Spider-Man was in every issue, then I would call it a Spider-Man book. But anyway.
They should have titled it DC Comics Presents Superman.
It's time to give away some books. Speaking of books,
Superman Comics presents Superman. DC Comics present with Superman.
again, here's what we're giving away. It is Absolute Superman
Superman.
#1, Jim Lee foil, Absolute Wonder Woman 1, Wonder Woman foil, Absolute Batman 1, Jim Lee Batman foil, 3 all-in #1s. They're not #1 issues. They're the first issue of the all-in age. It is Flash, Wonder Woman, and this is Superman. They are the Daniel Sampier silver foils.
That's a massive giveaway with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, the absolute books are
So-
going for prime.
And our giveaway tool is what you want to do is you've read Absolute Batman #2. You want to know that our hashtag is Batman AF.
The former name of what it would have been called.
It's not hashtag butts, just to clarify.
Yeah, that's it. John tries to put that into every stream he's on.
Oh, okay.
Batman AF. That was the original title for
That was the
Absolute
original.
Batman.
That's right. Until someone at DC decided, you know what, you got me once with Batman Damned. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to see the Bat Schlong, so I guess you could say Batman Damn.
It's called the Batawang.
The
Put some
Batawang?
respect on it. Yeah, the Batawang.
It's the Bat member.
I thought it was called the Bat.
Hat member.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see where we got 28 people watching. We got 24 people entered, so we're almost there pretty much. Just going to give it another second or two. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw it now in 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody.
Yay!
Here we go.
And the winner be
TM
TM
That
Nerd.
is TM Nerdy.
Congrats,
Nice.
dude.
You know what? I'm happy for Travis.
Absolutely.
He's had a rough couple of days. So
Way to go. So I will get that off to you. Just send me your address, Travis. I don't think I have. I may have had your old one, but I don't think I have your new one. So just send it to me. And we'll get this out to you.
TM Nerdy AF.
TM Nerdy AF. There you go. All right, John, it is your turn. I'm going to ask the first question. Is this a DC book?
No, it is not.
Oh, it's not a DC book.
I broke it. Had to break it.
Light the pitchforks.
Okay. Is it a Marvel book?
No, it is not.
Oh, we're going indie.
Is this a modern book?
Correct.
1992 Ford.
It is.
Oh, darn it.
Okay, so it's an indie book. Is that what we said?
Well,
We
it's
didn't
not.
ask that.
What did you ask, Izzy?
It's not a Marvel, nor
It's
is
not
it
a DC,
It's
right.
the DC.
So that'd be a
so-
waste of a question.
Right. Is it but it's after 1990.
Correct.
Okay. Is this a Dark
It
Horse?
is not an image book. Sorry. What was the
It's a
question, Paul?
Dark Horse.
It is not Dark Horse.
Ooh.
I want to ask: has anyone other than DJ Lynx, Mark, and myself seen this book?
Oh, I already checked Key Collector for it.
Okay. I'll go. Is it a Mirage book?
No, it is not.
Okay, so that leaves out the turtles.
Well, turtles are under IDW, bud.
Yeah.
Well,
we got a lot of modern age to deal with here.
It is not a Malibu book.
It's not a
Is
Malibu
this
book
from
either.
Boom Studios?
It is not from Boom Studios.
Is it Valiant?
It is not Valiant.
Is it Vault?
It is not Vault.
I thought you were asking another question.
Let him cook.
Yeah, okay.
Is this a licensed property?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Well, no. I'm going to go with no.
Okay.
Is it a Dynamite Entertainment?
It is not.
It's not Image, not Dark Horse,
It's not Boom, not Valiant.
not Boom, not Valiant.
It is not Vertigo.
Yeah, Vertical's DC. DVH has a question.
It
IDW.
is not.
It's not. It's not Dark Horse. We asked that one. So.
Is it Archie?
It is not.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm locked out right now. Oh, okay. I got another one, but I'll wait for you guys.
Go ahead and ask it.
Is it Bongo?
It is not.
Damn it.
Top Cow.
It is not Top Cow.
Top Cow's Image, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was. Yeah. Yeah. Same thing. Well, at that point, Wildstorm was too.
Wildstorm,
Was it a Wildstorm
too.
book?
So if this ends up being something like that, I might be screwing you guys up. I don't know.
Is this a Skybound book?
No.
Well, now you ask the question. Is it a Wildstorm book?
No.
Okay.
Is it a Ghost Machine book?
No.
Is it a book?
It might have pages and yes, it is a book. Is it in the 90s? Is it a 90s? No, it is not.
Okay.
So it's in the 2000s?
Correct.
Only 24 years.
Only, right?
Tell me when you guys need a clue.
Goodness.
I'm more
2000.
curious. Why was there so much salt in that goldfish bag?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Someone's scrolling my IG all the way back to like my first 3 posts. That a boy.
Is it?
That's only like
Is it?
30
Okay.
posts ago.
Is it a Black Mass Studio book?
No, but Mark is on to looking at. There's a clue in my Instagram for sure.
Oh, so now you
There's
just gotta
multiple.
look.
There's like 10 clues in my Instagram.
So, is it an Avatar book?
No, it is not.
No, there's no.
I'm just trying to figure out what's the indie company.
There are clues all around me.
Sorry.
Is it a John Jang book?
Yes.
Okay. I think I know what it is, but I can't remember the damn name of the book.
Yes, John Jang is the cover artist.
Yes.
Yes, it's from the last 5 years. It is not TMNT.
Did you pay $80 for this variant?
All right.
I was given this book.
Is it from 2007?
It is not from 2007.
Hmm.
Did it have the first Sig Every on it?
No, but good question. Another IG question.
Yeah. First Sig Every.
No, it's not. But no,
That was a
I'm
funny
getting roasted here. I'm getting roasted inadvertently. This isn't fair. How am I getting roasted?
Welcome to Guess That Key, John.
Look, the funny thing is, I actually thought I was really worried that Mark was going to get this in like 2 guesses. So I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't bring this book.
Is it Source Point Press?
It is not.
Well, we know
It
it's a
is
Jang.
If you filter by artist on Key Collector instead of series, just go up to the top.
Thank you for giving us ways of doing it.
Oh, Bruce, what's going on, Tony? It is a giant cover. It's not TMNT. You would determine that because it's not IDW. It's I don't think Jang has done a Black Label book, to be honest with you, but that would be DC. Guess.
All right.
Number 1. Did you win this book from Mark?
Okay, I'm gonna
I did
lock.
not win the book from Mark. I was given the book by the author of the book. There you go.
I'm gonna lock. I'm gonna lock.
No, that publisher's wrong. Because I thought about that because that's Vault that did Forever Forward.
See, this is where I might have gotten it wrong then. But
no, I'm locked in.
That's okay.
I'm gonna lock in myself.
Yeah, me too. So
yeah, I'm locked in.
It's only one of 2 books in my brain.
I'm locked in with Forever Forward #1, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Is he?
I'm gonna go with Street Fighter. Man, I lost it.
The Chung Li, the Vega, or the
I'm gonna go with the Vega.
Because there's 3.
Street Fighter 2021, Sci-Fi Fantasy #1 by Yudon.
The San Diego Comic-Con one as well. John Jang. So
written by Zach Kaplan.
Yeah. It's Forever Forward.
Mm-hmm.
So on Key Collectors, it's Scout book. So is that? Did I mess that up?
Scout? Well,
no,
I thought it was no.
No, Scout is Scout.
Scout is Scout. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked at it wrong. Yeah, that was a fun read. I remember the price of that book at San Diego Comic-Con was insane. Like, because that was like 2 years ago. And I reached out to John. I'm like, homie, are you going to have any of these to sell? He's like, I got you. And he just sent me one signed by him and Zach. I'm like, nice.
Yep. I'm lucky enough to be friends with Zach, and he handed it to me, and I was like, how much do you want? And he said, no, man, just take it. And I couldn't believe it.
Cool.
So, and when I saw the key by it, I was like, all right, I think Mark's going to get this in 2 guesses, but no, I guess not.
No. I suck at off-brand publishers in the modern age.
Well, you had the right idea going through my Instagram. I got like 4 pictures with him in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, as soon as you said the guy who worked on it gave it to you, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Zach. Mm-hmm. Knew that immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of independent comic books, John, tell us a little bit. What's this comic called? The Eric.
Eric. So 2 of the 3 people in our panel have read this, but I'm happy to share that I have finished my first graphic novel. It's called Eric. Here is a actual hard copy of the book itself. It is.
Don't show the last page. Don't show the last page.
Don't show the last page. All right, yeah, put it back.
What's on the last page?
Spoilers.
Is it on that copy too?
No, this is legit. This is exactly how it will be. Except,
what does the back cover look like?
Nothing.
No, open it up. I want to see the inside of the back cover. Okay, mine looks very different.
No, this was I printed this out for a handful of people at LA Comic-Con and some other things, other places.
I read mine, and this guy printed my face in the back of it. I'm like, whoa!
I got those there's 3 of those. There's 3 of those ever, and Mark was kind enough to read it. So he has one of the original 4 printings of. Well, the original printing was the first 5 chapters, which Mark had, and then for the people that read that copy, I sent them a floppy of chapter 6, which there's 4 copies of that. If you've been on my Instagram, the one where has been remarked, that's one of the 4. DJ has one, Mark has one, and we got one other floating out there. But yeah, the book is completely done right now. All I'm doing is waiting for the cover to come back through, and I'll be really excited when that happens. And we'll make a little announcement. We got a pretty cool trailer, I think, for it. I think we might potentially drop that somewhere here in the community if that's still cool. And the hope is that we do a Kickstarter in January, so hopefully next month. But again, that's based on if we can get the cover to come through. I've been talking to a cover artist for a couple years now, so I think we're close to getting that to happen, which will be very, very, I'm really stoked for. But yeah, other than that, if you guys want to, if there's some goodies you can go check out at the website. You can get a wrong side backpack. Got some hats. Yeah, Paul's got one for over there.
ComicAvalon.com.
ComicAvalon.com. Hence all the confusing names. That's me. Yeah. So originally I was JMed in the YouTube channel. Then it went to John Comic Avalon, and my Instagram's just my name. So if you can find me on Instagram, it's jonathanmedici7. Add me up. I'm gonna be doing tons of giveaways. I got slabs to give away. There's gonna be a lot of giveaways. So when we launch the Kickstarter, so be ready for those. Check it out. Hopefully, I'm gonna do some giveaways for Christmas too. I just want to make sure I've gotten everything cleared from the cover artist, and we're ready to roll on that. And that's just the next step, and everything else is ready. The Kickstarter itself, it's not to finance the book or anything like that. It's all done, paid for. Took multiple years of income to finance this, and I flowed that, and everything from the Kickstarter will just be for, knock on wood, to just keep it going and do the next book. And my only goal is to entertain as many people as possible, so I hope you guys love it.
High level. What's Eric about?
What's that? Wait, there was multiple questions there. What? Say it again, Paul.
I said high level. What is Eric about? Tell people.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's oh man, I need to prep this.
I'll do it. It's a sci-fi epic set in the future of warring factions of advanced people and all the stuff that comes with that, without getting into any spoilers or stuff.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
there's a lot of intrigue. There's a lot of action. There's some twists in there. There's some like existential questioning of existence in it. But it's fast paced. It's got some badass characters. It's violent. It's good shit.
Thank you. Yeah, can you make Mark big and just roll that back again?
He's already working for Ghost Machine in DC. He doesn't have any more time.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well,
that new show, DC Studios.
I've already been hired. It's fine. John's already hired me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If there's, Well, I do want to say, as a side note, like, you guys have been awesome. The community's been awesome. Like, I found Mark 2.5, 3 years ago, and reached out to him and asked him if he would be willing to read my book.
Over the video that shall not be named, Paul. in fear that they'll get back to fighting in the comment section.
Yeah. I got a lot of stickers for people. We got stickers. I don't know, sticker people.
Woo, sticker people!
We got tons of stickers. We got hundreds of them to give away. We'll give away a bunch of stuff. We got everything you guys need for you. But I do want to say thank you to Mark and Paul for, like I said, literally blind messaged Mark and was like, "Hey man, big fan. Been watching for months and months now. I was wondering if you'd be willing to read my book." And without hesitation, the guy said yes. So
I don't know why I said yes. I don't regret it, but I don't know why. I get messages every week of people asking me to do that, and I've never said yes to any of them. There
you go.
All right. Well, I'm honored, and I appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Remember how long it took? You know how long it took me to actually crack it and start reading it. That's why I don't say yes.
It's still sitting in his mail.
You know what's funny?
You're gonna see it till like how many years later?
It took me months to actually get into the book, and as soon as I did, I'm sending him pictures where I'm circling stuff and all this. He goes, "Oh shit, I didn't expect you to do all this." I said, "You wanted me to proofread a book? I want to proofread a book."
Okay. Here's the story behind there. If we got a moment.
Yeah. I
was looking forward because I didn't know the printing process at all. So I had 5 chapters of the book done, so 100 pages of the book were done.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was like, I need to do more research, and I need to see what these look like in actual paperback. So I printed it, and that's the book Mark ultimately got. So it wasn't proofread, it wasn't anything, like it was like the rawest, worst book ever.
John was his own editor and letterer.
That is right. Everything's been redone, by the way. That was just the book that you read. So this book's been
Justin Birch.
So here, Justin's another homie that's awesome. So I've had a call with him, and he basically mentored me or gave me advice and stuff. So Justin's awesome dude. Here's this is just the first page, so we can see the lettering if you guys want to see it. But
people helping people, it's a powerful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, Justin's awesome, dude. So the lettering hopefully looks pretty solid. Here's some artwork.
Ooh, there's sex in it too. Look at that.
Look at that.
What's that?
So there's sex in it too. You open up to 2 people in a bed.
Yeah. So actually, here's
the first version.
Yeah. Mark just spoiled it. Yeah. So this is actually a redone page because there was actually her arms were not where they were in the original page.
And he also had a huge bush that he covered up with the blanket.
That part's a lie. Everything else is true.
No, it was an actual bush.
Yeah.
That part's a lie.
It was a George Bush.
Yeah, there you go. We're getting this is like Guess the Key, only we're getting to actually what the panel actually looked like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Mark actually has a book Mark has the only book with that actual page printed. So no one else will have. Everyone's only going to see it, this version of it. But yeah, to go back to the story, Mark. So I sent him the book. There's like spelling mistakes in there, grammatical errors, all this junk. And like the first 5 pages, he's sending me every like spelling and grammatical error. Like I'm like, oh shit! Like oh my god.
Well, you see the irony in that, don't you, Paul?
I see exactly. The irony in that. I already know.
I just think that's a waste. That's a waste of a good bed if they're both naked in bed.
Yeah, for somebody who doesn't correct typos and just runs his thumbs over the keyboard.
Yeah.
I catch it good when I'm reading them.
Mark still types in T9.
If I did, I wouldn't.
By the way, yeah. Did you have anybody proof Mark's proofing?
Yeah, DJ. And the proof the proof is he said he's an asshole. So I was like, oh yeah, we got that right.
And confirmed.
Yeah. Confirmed. I was like, oh, perfect. But I wish. So this is Mark's book. I don't have it close enough to grab, but the original copy, they went through it, and you guys are the dopest human beings on the planet, and they put sticky notes through the whole book, post-it notes, and they're still in there. I haven't moved them. That's Mark's book. He's gonna have it. I just got to send it back to him because I actually been using it to do the editing. A lot of what Mark read has been rewritten.
Oh, Victor, you have no idea. Like, this is just barely scratching the surface on this dude's standards. Mm-hmm. We've hung out on like this, like not on YouTube, but just video call talking about this and hearing how much time and how much he's invested into this. Like with every aspect of it, it is insane.
Mm-hmm. Here's some of the artwork that I think is absolutely breathtaking. If we can,
camera doesn't know justice. It really sucks.
Yeah.
Makes it
the scenery shots and everything is wicked. Yeah. The weaponry in it that's been designed up and stuff, like it's got its own unique world. Like all the way, like think of like a mixture of like how like the new Dune movie, like this was drawn way before the new Dune stuff, but like a mixture of like how like some of the suits that people wear in the Dune universe are mixed with like Snyder Kryptonian technology. Like you start to get an idea of what like sci-fi vibes and visuals look like,
and it's got like the future society that they're in. It's got some really neat concepts as to how that society works, and things. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. So one of the things that thanks guys, I appreciate it. But one of the things that so just to give some backstory on it, I actually started in terms of when I wrote it. So I actually wrote it, like I could show you the file in it. I started the file on it probably 11 or 12 years ago. And I started the art when I was in graduate school using a scholarship. And then as there was problems that arose and I ran out of money and I needed a job post-grad and I couldn't, and there was the artist that stepped away. So then there was a 3-year gap before we got back to doing the art. And I wanted continuity in the art. I wanted to be the same artist all the way through. So the total art time is about 4.5 years to get the 120 pages.
Dedication.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a long journey, man, and I'm appreciative of my artist. He's a great dude. His name's David Ward. He's done a couple books, but he's probably not going to find him anywhere. He doesn't have any social media or anything like that. But the sci-fi stuff was really like, I'm a science nerd. Like undergrad, I literally was almost. There's a little backstory here as to why I don't have this degree, but I was almost like an astronomer. So, or I'm really into that stuff. So
as soon as he found out the universe was infinite, he threw his hands up and said, "What's the point?" and walked out of school.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, my brain blows up when you say infinity.
Are you saying he was an astrologer?
Or that, you know. Well, I've dated a couple of those. Oh, sharing, oversharing. Redact that. Paul, delete that one.
They should have known it wasn't going to work ahead of time.
But yeah, I was really proud of like all the technology that's in it, and like even like the way in which, this isn't spoiler, this is just part of the universe, the way in which the terrestrial planets are moved and terraformed, and Venus is turned into the second Earth, and we take, this is just, here's an insight to the extent of what's going on in the universe, and I think this is just cool, so I'll share it. It's not a spoiler. Like to terraform Venus, Venus is 99% the size of Earth, so like if we go to live on Mars, we're gonna have all kinds of issues because of the low gravity. But if we could somehow figure out how to not cook ourselves on Venus, it would actually be probably better to go there. So there's ways that they strip down the atmosphere, they cool down the planet, and then to activate its iron core so that it'll have a magnetosphere just like Earth, and we can actually live on it. They take the ice moon of Jupiter, Europa, which actually has more water ice than there is water on Earth, and they orbit it elliptically around Venus, which squeezes and stretches it, which liquefies the iron core, which creates a magnetic field around it. So it's analogous to Earth's magnetic field at that point. And during the elliptical orbit, Europa comes so close to Earth that the gravity actually snatches the water off Europa onto Venus, and it becomes a second Earth. And then they push Europa out, which is actually the same size as our moon. And we literally have a second Earth. And then that's what they're warring over, the war that's going on in the background. But I kind of pride myself where I really love that kind of nerdy stuff. So that's not what the story's about. The story is a hero's journey, but all the stuff in the background, the window dressing and the sci-fi stuff, I wanted it all to work and make sense and stuff like that. So, you know, so here's a crappy thing about the website, and it's great that I'm on Guess That Key today. I clicked the update button on the website, and literally, this was 2 days ago, it dumped my whole website, so it was gone. I was like,
I noticed I went out there today, and they said it was under construction.
Yeah, it's like,
I literally hit the update button, and it was like the preview. The website looked fine. I hit the preview, and then I was like, oh, and everything was gone. So
backups.
Yeah, I didn't have any. You know, I'm not the smartest guy on the planet. I'm basically half.
Well, that's because you're in a different planet.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, yeah, really excited to, you know, hopefully you guys dig it. I'd love to hear feedback. If there's anybody out there in terms of that has a YouTube channel, you know, I'll be jumping on their, you know, Mark's channel and Paul's channel if they'll have me, and then anybody else, I'd love to jump on and Mark, you know, share the story. You can ask me any questions you want.
Yeah, we're going to be promoting the shit out of it and announcing the launch and getting everyone updated. And I assume the community is going to show up and come together like butt cheeks and get this thing a solid launch.
That'd be amazing. I really appreciate it.
If he doesn't have a YouTube channel, he's going to be pimping us out.
There you go.
I should not be on camera. I just get a bag. I'm not a YouTube camera
You
guy.
got a good face.
We were pretty sure there's a high probability that he's my older brother.
Yeah, I mean the uglier, older, much, you know, cover my face. But yeah, we could be blood brothers, but we just haven't met until a couple years ago. But yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to see the trailer. I think it turned out amazing. I've been sitting on it for a couple months. Yeah, I've been sitting on it for a while now. I'm like super stoked to show it to you guys. So,
dude just told us how to make a second Earth using resources, other planets, and then says, "I'm not the smartest guy."
Yeah, I stole it from, you know, the other guy in the room. thought of it. But yeah, super stoked to share it. Really, and thanks for having me on Guess Like Eve. This is super fun.
Absolutely.
I'm always kind of in the background. I'm the John Comic Avalon guy that's dropping in really ignorant comics that make no sense in the chat on YouTube, but really appreciated of you guys and the whole community and everything, which is.
All right, before we go, everyone has to hold up their book.
Oh shit! Yeah. Where'd I put my book?
All right. You'll all be on Instagram tomorrow morning. But yeah, I mean, looking forward to it. Like Mark said, we're going to promote the shit out of it. So,
appreciate that. Love you guys. Love it. Thank you so much, guys.
Love you too. Thank you for coming on. Hopefully you'll come back sometime again.
Absolutely.
Izzy, as always, thank you for coming on. Mark, can't thank you enough. Just as a reminder, in 2 weeks we have our Guess That Key Christmas.
Yo!
Huge. We'll be doing 4 different drawings. So, and we have, as usual, we have our OG. We should have from Spec Tales. It is
Jake
and
and
Jesus. We'll be back. So thank you very much again to all of you. All of you for coming.
Are you telling you having Jesus on a Christmas special?
And
Whoa!
Don't forget that it's the Christmas special. That means it's going to be the night of giving. It's going to be a massive. It's the biggest giveaway show of the year that's done on Guess That Key. So if you like Christmas presents, be here.
Exactly.
Be here.
And if you're Jewish, just call it Hanukkah.
It's that
There you
Hanukkah
go.
special.
Hanukkah special.
The
Absolutely.
Christmas Hanukkah Kwanzaa special.
Thank you to everybody in the chat. We appreciate you as well. We couldn't do this without you. Thanks for participating. And that's going to be it. Thank you. We'll see you in 2 weeks for Guess That Key Christmas. And you are now leaving Sector 2815.